racing forth with her opening message. Please welcome our Chief Distribution Officer, Miss Marie Raimundo! Our Chief Distribution Officer. Let's give her a warm round of applause, Miss Marie Raimundo.
Okay, good morning, Aksa! Oh my gosh, I can feel the energy today. Happy New Year to all of you. It's the turn of the new decade. So let me first start on sharing with you that is actually in November 2019. That was the fastest pit stop at 1.82 seconds. That was less than 2 seconds, and there were 20 crew in that pit stop. In 1950, guess what? The pit stop takes around 67 seconds and there were only 4 members of the crew. So, 70 years after, kung makikita natin ng speed, diba? That time coming from a 67 seconds to 1.82 split second. What does it mean? It means that there is so small room for error. But it is not about the speed. It is about the people behind the pit stop. So ang tanong, ano ba ang role ng bawat member ng pit stop? There's also one person, ang tawag nila ay si Lollipop Man. Si Lollipop Man is the person, ang trabaho lang niya sa pit stop, pag dumadating na dun sa pit stop ang kotse, ang gagawin lang niya is to raise yung kanyang, parang yung symbol niya o yung card niya to tell na, dito ka na, racer. You step in so that we can have in less than 2 seconds. Even that role, pagka nahuli siya sa pagtaas niya, that can also win or lose the race. So that is the importance of the pit stop. Racing is a risky sport. So just imagine that actually our clients are just the racers. So AXA actually is the one who helps and manages through you the several risks that each client faces. So the role here for us is how we can also help manage the unexpected and the expected risk of our clients. In a race, just like the F1, there are 3 elements. So ano ba yung 3 elements? The first one is the pit crew. The second one is the car. At yung pangatlo, yun naman yung racer. But let me start on the pit crew. So sa role natin, yun ang unang tanong. Pit crew. So each one of us has a role to play. Each one of us also has a significance and equally important. Advisor ka ba? Manager ka ba? Customer service ka ba? Diba? Nandun ka ba? Ikaw ba yung guard? O ikaw yung underwriter? So each one of us have a role to play. But the question for us as advisors, what is the role that we take in the lives of every prospect or every Filipino na namimit natin? The basic question that we have to answer, what is your role sa client mo? Just like in any roles, I just step back. Do you know this book, The 5 People You Meet in Heaven? It's one of my favorite books, and the author is Mitch Albom. So there are 5 people. So si Eddie actually is the character, the main character. He died, and when he went to heaven, he met the 5 people. These are people who could not have been the loved ones, but these are the 5 people who actually had an impact in his life. And the book says that for every people that we meet, there is always a connection. There is a reason why we meet these people. So the question I'd like to pose to each one of you, ano ang role mo? So when the client is actually with you, are you the best friend? Ikaw ba yung advisor? Remember, yung sinabi rin ni Geoff earlier, you can have, the best doctors. You can have the best lawyers. We can also have the best hospitals. Pero ang question, anong role natin sa buhay ng bawat client? So the role of the advisor plays an important role in the life of every Filipino, in the life of every client that we meet. But the question is, how significant are you in the life of a client? We built F&A. Ang sabi nga natin, and looking back 10 years ago, wala tayong F&A. 2008, 2009, that was about 11 or 12 years ago, looking back, there was a challenge. Bumagsak ang market. There was a global economic crisis. We were actually selling variable link products in the market. If I recall correctly, 60% of the variable link in the market was actually by AXA. Opportunity? Yes. Challenge? Yes. And there were clients who were really fuming mad. Clients who bought variable link and practically put in their money. However, there were also the clients who went back to us and complained. So anong learning doon? Ang learning doon is, hindi pala produkto. Ang kailangan pala natin is intindihin kung ano ang kailangan ng ating kliyente. So that's why the opportunity is we brought in F&A. We started with the paper F&A, but fast forward, sometime 2014, 2015, we said, we wanted to improve the productivity of our distributors, whether this is in agency or in bank assurance. In AXA, sabi natin, ang F&A dapat consistent. And we brought in AXA Solutions. And I'd like to say congratulations to all of you. We are the only one in the industry with 100% AXA Sol digitally enabled agency team. Give yourself a big applause. Hindi lang yon. Hindi lang yon. So the point is, we are also the people who actually are significant or relevant in the lives of the clients and their families. Nandyan ang legacy. Pag nagkaroon sila na nagkasakit. Now, 4 years ago, we said that health is actually the way to go. Just last year, the market went down. Yun pala, no, history repeats itself. Sabi ko, eto na naman tayo, bumagsak na naman ang market. But we were ahead of the game because we were fundamentally prepared that if anything happens and health, walang tao, even the most powerful person or the richest man on earth, wouldn't know when he's going to get sick. And again, magkano na ba ngayon magkasakit? So the critical illness is one of the differentiator we have. Yes, madami naman dyan. Merong ibang companies. But the question is, how we are ahead of the game. So again, two things. Number one is the needs base. So the relevance and the role that we play in the lives of the clients. So please keep it up. Be the best friend, be the best advisor of all the clients that you have. So that's the question that I posted. What role do you want to play in someone else's pit stop? So each client also has its own pit stop. Second, I'm showing you the second element is the car. Ang sarap sumakay dun sa kotseng yon. So, kaninang umaga, ang sinakyan ko was an Altis Toyota. But this car for me, iba ang performance, iba ang tunog, iba ang feel pala pag nasa racing car. So, sabi ko, if AXA were a car, what part would you be? Anong parte ka ba? But the question is not about, ikaw ba ay screw? Ikaw ba ang manibela? O ikaw ang gulong? Just in a race car, for instance, dun sa pit stop, yun pala, dun sa 1.82 second, may isang tao lang, ang ginagawa lang niya, nagsuscrew. Yun lang ang ginagawa niya for every pit stop. Yun, alam nyo ba, that person, kailangan niyang i-master yun. There is precision, there is accuracy, and even the racer himself needs a license. Just like you. Anong parte? So sa bawat, kung isa lang ang gusto mong gawin, galingan mo na. Be a master. Tama ba ako? Are you with me? Okay? So F&A, kung health, the question is, master ka ba? ACHS ka ba? Diba? But the point is, for every role that you play, for every act, it has to be precise. You have to come prepared, be masters. The first 30 seconds that the client would hear from you, malalaman niya na kaagad kung ikaw ay isang magaling na advisor. So come prepared and be an expert and make sure that you engage your clients. Dun pa lang sa first. The third one is the racer. The racer, of course, ito is, if I can also tell you, is you. Each one of us is actually a racer. But just step back again on the car before you drive the car. If the car is AXA and you drive the car, you are the advisor, you are in the front seat. Tatanungin mo muna ang sarili mo, and I want to ask you, why are you in AXA? Why are you not in the orange company? Why are you not in the green company? Bakit wala ka nandun sa red? Bakit ka nandito sa AXA? I'll tell you, first of all, we are the only company, the insurance company in the Philippines who is actually bringing in one distribution, agency and bank assurance. Kaya dito, natutuwa ako na ang career path ng advisor or ng FE doesn't stop in one channel. So we give you the opportunity and even the consistency of the quality of advice, the development, the training, the sales support, they are all for all of you. Because we want you to be the best advisor, the best agency in the Philippines. Tama ba? Thank you. Second, I also believe This is going at actually our competitive advantage. Financial one-stop shop. We are the only company for you advisors, my dear advisors, who can offer both life and GI. Nung nagsimula tayo ng 2015 ng FNA, there were only 4 needs. Life lang. Ngayon, wherever you go, the client will always have a reason to go back to you, whether to cover their life, for education, di ba? For retirement, for health, for income protection, even to cover their assets. Eh sabi nga natin lagi, bakit ba ang kotse at ang bahay na uunang i-protect? So that's all for you to take. Third, even on again, I repeat, we are the only company with 100% agency and bank assurance using FNA. So for you again, that's a tool that I'd like you. And I also am proud that even in AXA Asia, that we take the lead in innovation, and actually we are actually admired. The fastest growing agency in Asia, in AXA Asia. Give yourself a big applause. We are not probably the biggest in number, but one thing that I'm 100% sure, that we have the most professional agency. That in itself, quality, quantity, just imagine, before we were just 3,000, di ba? 10 years ago, ilan lang tayo, less than 1,000, and today we ended in 2019 at 7,000. Who knows? This year we can be 9,000. Again, what did Geoff say? We have to have that problem. Next year, baka hindi lang ito. We wanted to see much more of you. But again, that's a value that we take, and thank you for that. Second one, values. I just want to repeat. AXA, why didn't you join the blue? Why didn't you join the red, the green, or the orange? Here in AXA, we also value the family, and it's about malasakit. Ano ba ang malasakit? Number 1, we take responsibility and accountability to our action. Kaya dito, we say, as financial advisors, we take the full responsibility to make sure that we help in the game plan of each Filipino. That is actually taking responsibility. Number 2, taking responsibility that when you became an advisor, you commit again to yourself, that even to your families, that you will be not only putting food on the table, but making sure as well that even your family are also covered. That you also wanted the future not only for you, but for your family, and we also build that legacy on how we can improve the lives of the Filipinos. Third, malasakit also means taking care of each other. Because we are a family, I would also encourage all of you again that you also have your best practices. Some of you are MDRTs. Some of you are Exceeding Excellence Annual Awardees. Yes, these are actually titles, these are trophies. But come forth and please take advantage of today to know more advisors and share best practices. Because that's how we are as a family. We might not know and see each other every day, but kick-off like this is important because you wanted also to know more of the advisors. And for the new ones, our rookies, I also encourage you to ask those who have been with us for quite some time, because definitely this is a family who would like to share learnings. So that's also part of it. Third one, malasakit means bias for action. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ang ibig sabihin nun, maganda ang plano mo, pero the question is, do you take action? And when the client also needs some help, whether this is claims or any form of service, we also take action. We are also the customer service advisor. So all these things, we take it. That's why we are in AXA. Racer, again, I mentioned, is putting our client always on above all things. Of course, above God is there, but in our profession, in our noble purpose, each one of us as an advisor also plays a role on on the client's life. So, my third and last question, what does my finish look like? 10 years ago, imagine how you were 10 years ago. Naalala nyo ba how you were? Naalala nyo ba kung gaano kayo ka-sexy noon, ilang pounds? Naalala rin nyo ba how much you were earning? Were you also once upon a time, like any one of us, who are actually taking some time in bed and say, last 15 minutes pa, mamaya pa ako gigising. Merong time, sana sumakit ang kuko ko para may reason akong mag-absent. Sana, di ba? So you will have all the reasons. But today, why we are here, ang question, uulitin ko, para kanino ka ba bumabangon? And just like what Caltech said, what drives you? Diba? What drives you? So what does my finish line look like? So ask yourself, before you go on full throttle, be clear. What goals do you want to achieve? 10 years has passed, but what do you want to achieve? What is your purpose? Where do you want to go 10 years from now? Because our life is not just on a day-to-day. But the important thing is that every day, there is a reason always why you wake up in the morning, why you take the drive. Why is it that it takes you even 3 hours in the traffic, kailangan mong i-meet ang kliyente mo? Why is it that even at 10 p.m., pag mayroon tayong problema sa Aksasol, hindi ka tumitigil hanggat di mo nakukuha ang sagot? Bakit hindi ka tumitigil hanggat hindi natin na ibibigay ang pangako natin sa claim sa ating kliyente? Because there is the why in you. So before we go full throttle, where do you want to go? Rediscover your purpose. Today is January, maybe this weekend, maybe next month, maybe in the mid-year, by August, you will always go back, but always come back and say, bakit ko ba to ginagawa? Bakit ba ako bumabangon sa umaga? So 3 questions. What role do I play in the lives of our clients? If AXA were a car, what part would I be? And why do I choose that car? Why did I choose AXA? What is the relevance of AXA in my life? What is the relevance of AXA to my family, to the Filipino community? Third is, what does my finish line look like? So ask yourself constantly. And again, Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And what Jason said, what is the difference between self-esteem and self-confidence? It's much beyond being confident. It's about the bigger picture, the bigger purpose of why we are here. So ultimately, 2 things. Nobility is the superior of the former self. Always be the best version of yourself. 10 years ago, a year ago, I know that you will always say, every new year, every kick-off, promise, magbabago ako. Promise, I'll be a better person. Do that. Not for anyone, but for yourself. Always, and why do you have to do that? Second, purpose is the fuel of the vision. It's not only about the dream, but it's about the vision. It doesn't matter if you're not the most intelligent person, even if you're not, the richest person. The difference that it will make is the vision that you have, the nobility that you have, why we are all here together. So, my dear advisors, to my dear agency, the best agency, the most professional, I thank you for your performance and all your contribution in 2019. Now is the time for all of us. This is our year. Start strong. Empower others to full throttle. Be clear. And again, start the year with a clear sense of purpose. So again, I will ask each one of you, when I point that, and I say, be an AXA Prime, I want to hear that. Okay? So from this team, ulit be an AXA Prime. Mahina. Ulit be an AXA Prime. Ganito, ang condition ko, gusto ko, pag sumigaw ka, gusto ko marinig dun sa Cebu at sa Davao na narinig kayo para pagpunta namin sa Cebu, sasabihin nila, we want to make sure that we also have that one family in Manila who is also so proud, who is also going to be the best. And so we want this family to be big and not only big but proud. So ulitin ko Ulit? Okay? Be an AXA Prime. So all of us, be an AXA Prime. Thank you. Good morning to all of you.
Thank you so much, Miss Marie.
Miss Marie,